Hi, guys. I just woke up this morning feeling so blessed and so thankful that I never have to experience depression. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have sad moments. Everybody has sad moments, especially when things happen. And that's one thing that I pray that I'll get over is if I go into a car crash and then you're all upset about losing your car. And if you think about it, most people, a week or 2 weeks later, you're not even going to feel it. Well, that's not depression, but that's still being silly. You should be able to lose without feeling it. And that's where I'm trying to get to. But for those, this is for about people for depression. So this, what I just told you, forget about that. You work on that later. But the secrets to never being depressed, I promise you. I know this is the hardest thing ever. The hardest thing ever that you will ever do. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all the depressed people. The reason why you are depressed is because you are selfish. You are only thinking of you. Your world isn't the way you want it. Your life isn't the way you want it. Nothing is going the way you want it. Everything is so bad. Everything is so horrible. I feel so horrible. This is the reason why. Because you are selfish. You don't think of others. And I know you won't believe this, but I promise you, just 1 month. Just 1 month. That's all it takes. You give to others. Do to others. Do for others. And don't think about yourself. All you think about is a plan for how you can do for others. I can give you an example. Going to the old folks' place and just sit with them and come up with ideas. Be silly with them. Just work hard at coming up with the idea of what you're going to do for somebody else. And there is somebody out there, I'm telling you, with this world that needs somebody to do something for them. If it's nothing but I'm just going to spend the day going out and telling people how I want you to be so blessed today. You'd be surprised. Now, I haven't done that because my whole life has had nothing but things that I've had to do for people and animals and all of this. And I realize that's the reason why, even though things happen horrible, I'm talking about the worst things you can talk about. I'm talking about family members being tortured for like 10 years. I'm talking about being an engineer and not being allowed to work because you're black and forced out on disability at the age of 37, losing your career even though you had worked 10 years successfully, went to college, got an engineering degree. So you can't be lazy if you can go to college and get an engineering degree. So it's not because I'm lazy. What I'm trying to tell you is that horrible, horrible people out there have really destroyed my life, but I don't focus on it. I focus on, Lord God, please help me to give back. Help me to do better. Help me to do better, Lord. And I tell you, the peace in your heart and the feeling of how you can feel so good knowing that people have done you and life circumstances have done you so wrong. You can't imagine the peace inside because I could really, really be so sad. And I'm just so thankful and so blessed to have God within my heart. And I'm fasting now because I'm expecting a blessing. And I think that all of the suffering, if we look at Jesus' path, the disciples all turned their backs. And every turn, he was just not listened to. Nobody listened to him. That's what it was. Because ye shall be better than who he is. And nobody is being better than who Jesus was. So that tells you something. And that tells me something on my life is that I had something in me so high. And that's the reason why I'm saying I know it would be very, very hard for you at your time of just being down and just hard. But please, just try this. Think of others. Get a pet. Work with children. Do something for somebody else that they need. And there's no way you can be depressed. You cannot possibly be depressed. Giving back. And I just am so thankful to God. And I wanted to share that with you. That is the most wonderful feeling in the world. It's the most wonderful feeling in the world. It's the most wonderful feeling. After living 60 years and all of my adult life, struggling and suffering, and I can feel the most peace and blessings. How? Because I will never say this is a bad world. It's the most beautiful world ever. Because I am in it and I have something to give to this world. Now you do the same. I swear to God, the next month America will not be depressed. It's the most thankful thing in the world to do. I'm telling you, and it's the best feeling ever. Now I got to cut this dumb video up into 2 parts because I talk too much and I worry myself to death with all that damn talking. You guys, please, that's something we can do now. Put an end to depression right now. Do it for me. Go and help somebody else. And don't think anything about what the world is doing to you. Don't think anything about how bad everything is going. Do all you have to do and everything you have to do to fight what's going on. But in the end, you will work on. And you get through that and work on all this in your mind is what you're going to create for somebody, like how their world needs to be blessed, and help them, whether it's to get a pet, an animal, love on that animal, put all of your energy, all of your might into helping them. Ain't no way. And fight whatever you have to fight. Do whatever it is that is guiding you to be your best person. But help others. Think of others and what they need. You will never be depressed.